Semet Igutolu and Sedan Defru, and Fru wins the tip for Louisville. Thrown up by Bert Smith alongside Matt Potter and Eric Lewis, our officials for the Saturday afternoon game. And almost a brilliant start for Louisville as Ryan Conwell found an open Fru, couldn't convert at the rim. Quick three. SMU gets on the board with Jerron Pierre Jr. Pierre, one of the purest scorers in all of college basketball with 4 to shoot. Hadley's all over him. Washington a 3. That's a great sign for a struggling Corey Washington, and SMU has the first 2 triples. Woolley motors down the lane, and Adrian Woolley has the first Louisville bucket. SMU's gone to the freshman Jaden Toombs underneath. He makes a great catch and then loses the ball to Fru. The big man runs the floor and delivers a dime to Hadley.
I think Javon Hadley just makes plays like that for Pat Kelsey's team. It may not always show up on the stat sheet. He just makes winning plays by running the floor hard ahead of the ball.
Edwards drains a triple in front of the Louisville bench. B.J. Edwards has been red hot from deep of late. 3 straight games of 3 made threes or more. A young man who used to be frightened to shoot. Terrible turnover by Brown. SMU with an early edge. Miller all alone. SMU has gone 4 for 5 from 3 to start the game. Peterson starting to get a little healthier in their recent NBA mock draft. Projected #1, Debonsa 2. Ali Khalifa hits a 3-pointer for Louisville, which had started 0 for 4 from deep.
Khalifa is a pick and pop guy, and you have to be at the level of the screen with him. Otherwise, he's just going to float to the perimeter and knock down triples.
Typically not much of a score. That's 7 straight with a 3 for Khalifa. And how about Washington?
It's at 941.
941? Brown will get to the line with a bucket.
Settle that freshman down right here. He just does a nice job. A little hesitation. You can't help off the strong side corner. The lane opens up. Really good finish.
Gifted passers in all of college basketball. 7 foot 250, and another turnover leads to a slam for Edwards. Come from Brown.
Rooths and Khalifa, both experienced players.
There are no 5'11" point guards that average 4 assists in the NBA. You better be an elite distributor, and he has been this year, nearly 7 a game. Hadley shakes free inside for 2. Moves it up to Rogers. Great find by Rogers. McKneeley hits it. His first 3 of 3-point attempts in Division I. Igutolu finds Boopie Miller. Miller floats it home. He's got 5 with a couple of assists. Off a Miller 3. First offensive rebound for SMU. It's Igutolu, a 7-2 sophomore with a beautiful finish over Fru. And they're just looking for Igutolu to finish better. 2 for 5 in each of his last 2 games, just 6 points apiece. Washington just muscles his way into McKneeley, and SMU has fought back with a 6-0 run of its own.
Now there's going to be some matchups on the floor that they're going to challenge off the bounce, just like Mikel Brown is going to challenge in transition.
Second bucket, 5 points for the freshman. Edwards. Edwards takes it to Miguel Zubris off the bench, and a pretty fadeaway for B.J. Edwards gives him a team-high 9. J. Davis-Ray with a foul.
You know, Kevin, I would say Boopie's been their best player, but B.J. Edwards lately has been so impressive. He gets the switch in the 2-man game on one side of the floor.
Win this year. Only guy with more is Cameron Boozer with 4. Zubris. Good feed to Hadley.
Yeah, Davis-Ray's got to drop down and tag that, take that backdoor cut. That's a great job.
Miller drives it. Tough angle shot won't go. And Zubris has the ball in his hands, leading the break. Rogers. Conwell again. Finally! Breaks the ice off an 0 for 6 start from 3.
We told you it would be entertaining.
Jaden Toombs quiets the crowd. Looking for the 4th quad 1 win already. Yugitolu goes to work against Khalifa. Another good finish. Edwards rolls around and gets stripped. Rooths ahead to Rogers. Looking for an open shooter. Khalifa will find an open dunker. Miller for Yugitolu. Isolated with Khalifa. Yugitolu with a little forearm shove and a left-handed finish. Rooths. That was a mistake. Ryan Conwell with his
zone by Louisville out of the timeout.
Edwards penetrates it, and Edwards, son of the 6-time NBA All-Star. Hadley gets deep and rattles it in. Back off the bench, immediately scores. He's got 8.
I always think he's one of their most consistent effort guys every game. You know exactly what you're going to get from Javon Hadley.
There was an all undervalued ACC team nationally. Javon Hadley will be on it. Yugitolu again, he's 3 for 3. Put the ball on the ground and still scored it.
That time they bring a dig to the block, but that's because he caught it in the middle of the floor in front of the rim.
Brown pull up. Brown hits it. First 3 for the freshman. Miller on the drive. Tough finish by Boopie Miller. Some extra English to whirl it home.
When you're a smaller guard, you got to know how to have creative finishes at the rim.
Hadley inside, denied by Yugitolu.
Gives Mikel Brown plenty of space, and then Boopie. You have to be creative.
Of a high-flying first half, as expected. Frew knocked away too easy by Yugitolu. Frew is late to get back. And Edwards just steps his way to the basket.
You know you're in sync with your head coach when you know which plays you want.
Not that play. Frew! They're going to honor the 1986 National Championship team at halftime here in Louisville in the Retro Unis. Starting to channel the spirit of '86. They almost took it away again. Miller, of course, answers with another bucket. And SMU has had an answer just about every time. Final seconds of the half. The shot clock has been terminated.
Zone.
Woolley, Rogers, beg your pardon. Rogers on a step through, rolls it home. McKneeley had a cold first half, and he runs right into Conwell. Double corner.
McKneeley's a catch and shoot, and they do a really good job of closing out his space. And in the country for Louisville. 6-5 points.
Hadley trying to bury his way in, got double teamed. Conwell on the drive. Conwell leans in and gets smothered by Toombs. Rebound bounces to Toombs. Miller passes up a 3 and banks in a difficult 2 to put SMU back in front. So Louisville and SMU 6 and 7 seeds in the current bracketology projections. That's 8 ACC teams. The season athlete at 4. Khani Rooths
comes out of the timeout in zone, and you get the ball exactly where you're supposed to, around that ACC logo. And Rooths makes
great game between SMU and number 20 Louisville. Miller motors and puts it in. He's got 15.
Such a good mid-range. He drives right into that post-up, and Toombs just hangs onto the post-up to create space.
How about the back cut? Khalifa to McKneeley. McKneeley's playing like a big today. Yugitolu turns it over for the 4th time. Woolley, Rooths, Rogers, McKneeley. Yes! The Louisville crowd loves its second half defensive intensity. Walters does shake 3 for 3 this time. You could probably hear it in the whole practice facility. They have made it a rock fight in the second half. Yugitolu puts it up and in. When he's not turning it over, he's been brilliant.
Great.
It's his second. Edwards got a little bump by Frew. Igutolu was there. Miller grabbed it. Igutolu gets it. They have answered the rock fight with a couple of boulders of their own. Conwell rolling in. Conwell with a three-point opportunity.
Recognizes. He attacks that top foot. No help on the baseline and just...
Here's Khalifa. That's good. Soft touch.
And here in the second half now.
By the way, defense and toughness, those have not always been the calling cards for Louisville this year, as Washington gets a really good look from three and hits it.
Good.
SMU with 7 assists, 14 turnovers, and a really tough shot. Washington does stick it back up and in. He's got 13. Brown deflates the possession a little. Steps back three. Oh, he sticks it!
So
Brown. McKneeley. Slow this down.
especially the way they played in the second half.
Yes. McKneeley again. Bangs it home. And once again. How concerned are you about the depth? Obviously, they don't play the bench much. How much do they need to in the final month plus?
I think you need 7 or 8 guys, and I think they have that. I think Walters has to come along. I certainly think Jaden Toombs is doing his job, and Mitchell Holmes is getting some late action here, his second appearance.
Miller puts in a 3. Another 20-point game. They'll feed Washington, who misses a late 3. Into the hands of Khani Rooths. That completes a double-double, 12 and 10 for Rooths.